Hello friends, welcome back to Online Technical, and this is going to be the 18th tutorial of C programming. In this tutorial we will discuss how to write a program to add 2 into 2 matrix in a C. So let's get started. Okay, here first of all, according to our questions, we have a two matrix there. Okay, so as we know that we have already discussed in our previous video that in a multi-dimensional array, generally the data are stored in a form of matrix or in a tabular form in a multi-dimensional array. Okay, in a multi-dimensional array, we have already discussed that the data are stored in a form of table or in a form of array. So here, according to our questions, there are two matrix means there are two tables, or you can say two matrices are there. You can say there are two matrices there. Okay, let's suppose this is going to be the first matrix. Okay, and this is going to be the second matrix. Okay, this is going to be the second matrix. Okay, and in this matrix, suppose this matrix be a B matrix. This is called A and this is called B. And whatever the element is here in this matrix, that matrix we have to add together, and we have to store that matrix in another matrix that we can call it C2. Okay, this is called, you can say this is called B matrix, and this is called, you can say this is called A matrix, and this is called C matrix. Okay, you can say this is called C matrix. Yeah, so let's see the program first, and we will continue this too also. Then after main function start with this curly braces and main function close with this curly braces. Whatever the codes written inside this curly braces, that is called body of loop, or you can say block of statement of body of a main function. Then after, in the first line of a main function, is we know that we have to declare different types of variable that we need in a program by using any specific data type. And here in this program, we are discussing about the array. So we have already discussed how to declare array in a multi-dimensional array. By using syntax, we will use here multi-dimensional array syntax, that data type, and here is the data type, integer data type are used here, like int we have written here, int, this is data type. Then after array name, we need a two array here, because the program is saying that write a program to add a two into two matrix, means we need a two matrix. That matrix must be in a form of two into two matrix. So we have used here, like we have declared here a array name. First array is a, that is also called first array variable is a, and the size of that array is a 2 into 2. Means this array hold 2 into 2 matrix, two rows and two columns elements. Okay. Similarly, we have declared another matrix, or you can see we have declared another array. Okay, array variable or array, that is B, and that size also must be two row and two column size or index, you can say. And we have declared another we have declared another matrix here also, or another array is a C, in which we will store the sum of this two arrays, sum of array 1, array A and array B in a C. And the sum of these two, array A and array B, they are in a 2 into 2 form. So that's why the third matrix also must be in a form of 2 into 2. So that's why the row is 2, row size is 2, and the column size is 2 here. Similarly, as we have a two row, that array here, array A and array B, so that's why we need a loop. As we know that we have to always use a looping statement in a array. So we have used here two variable I and j to continue the loop. I for you can say I and j are the variables that is declared to continue the looping statement in this program. Then after, program goes to the next line here, compiler goes to the next line, and compilers read this printf statement are used here to display this message. Okay, to display this message, so that user after during runtime user see this message and they will understood now what next to do. Means by by looking this message during runtime, user understood that here she has to enter 8 number. Okay, here is written 8 because in a 2 into 2 matrix, generally in a one matrix, there are 4 digits. 2 into 2 equal to 4. You have to understand 2 row, 2 column. Okay, 2 row and 2 column means 2 row and 2 column means it become a 4. And there are two matrices there having 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 2 rows and 2 columns, 2 matrices are there. So that's why total number of elements or digits available in that matrix is the 8 numbers are there. So that's why we have written here enter 8 number. Okay, we have written here enter 8 number, and when user see this message that we have displayed by using printf statement, okay, using when user see this message, here she will enter the 8 digits number there during runtime, and each statement must be terminated by semicolon in a C, like here and here also we have terminated the statement by using semicolon. Then after we will use a for loop. For then after while writing the for loop here, we have to use we have to follow the syntax of for loop. How to declare for loop? So the syntax of for loop is a parenthesis. This small bracket is called parenthesis. Then after initialization of variable. I is a one variable whose value we have initialized 0. Then you have initialized the value 0 here because in an array the initial size of an array is start with 0. So that's why we have initialize 0 to the I variable, and then after semicolon it must be terminated by semicolon. Then after we have test the condition here, I less than 10 we have used here I less than 2, not 10. I less than 2 means we have used here 2 because this is going to be a 2 into 2 matrix. This is going to be a 2 into 2 matrix. So that's why we have used here accordingly. We have to write the condition to I less than 2. Semicolon. Then after I plus plus, this is the increment operator. Okay, the use of I plus plus is 2. This is the increment operator, means it increases the value of I by 1 in each step. Okay. Then after this curly braces, okay, this curly braces is the starting of, you can say, starting of outer loop, and this curly braces downside one. This, yeah, this is called end of, you can say end of outer loop. Means outer loop start with this curly braces and means this loop. Okay, this loop start with this curly braces, and end with this curly braces. Whatever written inside this curly braces, that is called body of outer loop. Okay, body of outer loop. And then after program goes to the next line here. Program goes to the next line here. Here another is a here another for loop is there. Okay, and this loop is called this loop we call here generally. This loop we call here generally. This is called inner loop. This is called outer loop. You can say outer loop. Okay, this is called outer loop, and this is called inner loop. Okay, this is called inner loop. Inner means this is the nested loop or nested loop. The loop inside another loop is known as nested loop. And here one for loop is inside another for loop, that is called for nested loop. Okay, you have to understood that this is the outer loop. Okay, this is the outer loop. This is the outer loop, and this is the inner loop. So let's see how it works. Okay, we have to understood that how it works only. First of all, for loop are declared here. Okay, for loop is declared here is only I equal to 0, semicolon I less than 2, semicolon I plus plus. Increment operator, this is the value of I. And until this condition is true, we have already discussed in a for loop that until this condition is true, the block of statement written inside this curly braces. Okay, inside this curly braces, or you can say this for loop, outer loop will be executed until this condition is true. So first line is here. Okay, first line is here for j equal to 0, semicolon j less than 2 j plus plus. Okay, certainly here I, you have to understood that I is generally declared for row and j is generally declared for column. Okay, I is generally declared for you have to understood that I is generally declared for a row and j is generally declared for column. Okay, I and J. You have to understood that I and J. I is for row and J is for column. So next J equal to 0, J less than 2. Okay, the value of that column is also 2, means 2 into 2 matrix. So that's why the here also J is less than 2. You have to write here condition. Okay, semicolon. Then after j plus plus, this j plus plus increase the value of j by one in each step when the loop is going to be repeat. Okay, this is called increment operator. J plus plus means j equal to j plus one. Means it increase the value of j in each step by one. So let's see how the early thereafter program move to here. Okay, move inside this curly braces, that is called inner loop inside this curly braces. And here is written scanf statement. Scanf statement are used to accept the data from the user, you can say, and stored in a program in some specific variable. And here in this programs only scanf statement are used here. Here is written percent d percent d. Here is written 2% because we are going to store whatever the value entered by the user, that value will be going to stored in a two variable. Here are two variables. One is the a variable and another is the b variable. That means this is the a and b are array types of variable. Okay, this is the a and b are array types of variable. We have used here address of a ij comma address of b ij. Okay, then after semicolon, there is a percent d because this variable a and variable b are declared by using integer data type here. Integer data type and the format specifier of integer data type is a percent d. So that's why we have used here percent d two times, because here are two variables. We are going to store the value entered by the user in a program in this variable by using scanf statement or scanf function. So that's why here is written this statement. Okay, means this statement is used to store the of value in this variable in a program. Then after program move to the next line here, and here is a calculation is done. Means here the value stored in this address in this, you can say, in this array, in this address aij plus bij, means aij and bij, that value is going to be add and that value is going to be stored in this new variable, that variable called cij. Okay, yeah, then after this loop will be repeat according to the condition. Let's see how it works. Okay, and after entering the number, the program move to the next line here. Here is written 8 max. That's is edit matrix. Address matrix is this is the just a message. And after by using again loop, whatever the calculation will be done here, or whatever the value of c is here, that will be displayed here downside. Okay, that we will discuss. Let's discuss from upside how the data is going to be stored here. Okay, so first, when the user entered here, when the user program start from here, program see here different types of variable are declared. Array variables are declared. First array is a and second array is a b, having a row and column size 2 into 2, and another variable is c there, and then after other variable to I and j are there. Then after program move is here. When user see this message, user start entering the number. Okay, user start enter the number. Suppose then after user entered some number there. Okay, suppose, and then after program reach here I 0, and then after it I in the first loop. Okay, in the first loop, you can say, in the first loop, this is going to be the outer loop. You have to understood that this is going to be the outer loop. First of all, outer loop for I equal to 0, the beginning. Okay, the starting, you can say, our first loop, in the first loop the value of I is a 0. Okay, let's suppose the value of I is a 0 here. Okay, I equal to 0, the value of I is 0. Then after this value is going to be test here. Okay, means here is test the condition I is less than 2. The value of I is 0, means 0 is less than 2. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, 0 is less than 2, so that's why this is true. If this is true, okay, if this is true, or until this condition is true, the block of statement written inside this curly braces. Okay, the written inside this curly braces, the block of statement written inside this curly braces, that is called body of for loop, that will be execute. Means the block of statement written inside this curly braces will be execute until this condition is true. Okay, so whatever is written here, that will be executed. Then the program move here. In the next line, there is written again for loop is used here. Means this block of statement will be executed here. So for j equal to 0, here is another loop is here, and j equal to 0, j less than 2, means here is another variable is there, that is j, and which value is a 0. Okay, in the first loop, j equal to 0, and thereafter this j, the value of j is going to be test here. Okay, means j is less than 2, it will test the value. Means j is less than 2, the value of j is 0, means 0 is less than 2. This is true or false? Yeah, this is true. 0 is less than 2. Yes, this is true. If this is true, again, if this is true, or until this is true, the block of statement written inside this curly braces, you can see the block of statement written inside this curly braces. Okay, this is called internal loop also, or inner loop also. This is called inner loop, or you can say until this condition is true. Similarly, like is that, okay, like is like before here also. Until this condition is true, the block of statement written inside this curly braces will be executed. Okay. So here is written scan f means this block of statement will be executed. Thereafter this block of statement will be executed. Okay, so let's execute it. Scan f percent d. Here is the address of aij and address of bij. Means whatever the value entered by the user here, that value will be stored here. Suppose user entered there. Suppose user entered 1 and 2 there. Okay, first there are two matrix. Okay, the user entered two number there. First two number there. Generally that user entered 8 number there. But in the beginning, how the number is going to be stored in a matrix, that we will discuss here. Okay, first of all, the program reach here. Aij, address of Aij means Aij means A and I. I means what? The value of I is a value of I is 0 here. So A0, you have to understood that Aij means AI, this is I, the value of I is 0. And then after J, J means also 0, means A0, A00. Okay, A00. And the first number entered by the user will be stored in this variable. Suppose user entered 1, that will be stored here. Okay, and similarly there is another variable too. There is another variable that is the b. There is another variable too, that is b. Similarly here, b also is stored in the same way. Okay, b, sorry, this is b. Okay, this is b. So here again, b0 b0 is the value of I is here again. Okay, the same here, the same is same thing written here. Bij means I means 0, and j again j means again 0, isn't it? Yeah. So the another number user entered by the user will be stored here. First number is stored here, and another number user, if user entered 8 number here, 1, suppose user entered 1 2 3 4. Okay, let's suppose there user entered 1, then after 2, then after 3. Okay, 3 and 4 5 6 dot dot. Okay, up to 8 number, up to 8. If suppose user entered up to 8 number there, and the first number is going to be stored here in this value, in this address. Okay, yeah, first number entered by the user will be stored here in a aij. The initial value of I is 0, and the initial value of j is also 0. So a00 means in the previous videos we have discussed there how the how the number, how the data, or how the elements are going to be stored in an array. That a00 we have discussed here. First means first first row, first column we have discussed here. Means here a00 means 1. 1 will be stored here in this matrix A. And this b, the value of b, suppose in user entered 2, that value means b00 means b00 means here first row, first column, means the value of first row and first column is a 2. That number will be stored here in this matrix 2. Okay, similarly after entering this number, okay, after entering first loop here, after executing first loop, this is the first loop. Okay, this is the first loop, whatever we have written here, this is the first loop, this is the first loop. Okay, then after that, after storing number in this variable a and b, the program follow move to the downside here. Okay, and here is a one formula is used, that is used to add the value of this and this and this array. Means aij plus bij, the value of aij and bij is together, and that value will be stored in a cij. Means here addition is calculating here. Means c means this is going to add the value of this and this. Okay, means here generally the value of this aij, this is aij, okay, and this is b ai b ij means 0 0. Okay, that will be added together, that will be added together. Means you can say that here 1 plus 2, okay, 1, and then after plus 2, okay, 1 plus 2 will be here. Okay, 1 plus 2 will be here, 1 plus 2. Then after that, after calculation, after adding, the program move to the next line. Okay, after adding, program move to the next line. Here next line there is a curly braces. Yeah, when program reached in this curly braces, the loop is going to be repeat here. The loop move to the upside here again. Okay, here inside inner loop means inner loop is going to be repeat. Okay, inner loop is going to be repeat, inner loop is going to be repeat again. Means when program reaches here, the inner loop is going to be repeat again here. Means for j, the value of j will be increased by 1 because we have used here j plus plus, this is the increment operator. Okay, it increases the value of j by 1. Means the previous value of j is a 0. Okay, the previous value of j is a 0, that will be, that become a 1 by increasing by 1. Means j plus plus means j equal to j plus 1. Means the previous value of j is 1 0 there, and after adding 1 in a 0, that it become a 1. And as we know that the previous value of I, the previous value of I is there 0. So the previous value of I, okay, the previous value of I, the value of I is not changed, no. So that's why the previous value of I remains same here also in second loop. So the value of I equal to 0 and j equal to 1, it become here now. Then after program move here, it check the condition j is less than 2. So here it check the condition j is less than 2, means the value of j is a 1, means 1 is less than 2. Yeah, 1 is 2, so that's why this is true. Yeah, yes, 1 is less than 2, so that's why this is true. Yeah, so we have already discussed that until this condition is true, the block of statement written inside this curly braces. Okay, the block of statement written inside this curly braces will be executed until this condition is true. So that's why again the loop will be repeat. Okay, so scan up. Okay, percent means here again aij and bij, whatever the number entered by the user, third number and fourth number entered by the user, that is going to be stored here in this variable. Means again here now. Okay, again here now it become a, you can say I. Okay, I means here 0. Okay, I means here 0, and j means only the value of j is 1, means 0 a 0 1. Okay, the number entered by the user will be stored here. Suppose the third number is entered by the user is a 3, that will be stored here. Similarly, another there is a b2. Okay, means bi, what the value of b I is 0 here. Okay, I is 0, and j, what the value of j is there, value of j is also 1. Okay, so b01 and a01, another value entered by the user will be stored here. Suppose the user entered another value, that is 4, that will be stored here in this address. Okay, now this value, in the program move to the next line here after storing this number, this data here. Okay, in this area, the this address, you can see the program move to the next line here. In the next line there is again calculation is here. You see cij equal to aij plus bij, this is going to be add again. Means here you can say it will add 8, means here is a 3 and here is a 4. Okay, 3 plus 4 again, 3 plus 4 means first of all we have to understand that here this A01 means 0 means 1. First row, second column. A01. A01 means first row, second column means here. Okay, first number will be stored here, here in this is 3. And then after another number that B01 means first row, second column. Yeah, first row, second column of B array. Okay, B array. This is the A array A, and this is array B. Oh, so another number will be stored here in this array 4. Okay, then after program, we have to understood that thereafter program move to the next line. Here program reach in this line here in this curly braces, and when program reach here, the okay, I will erase it once. There are, it is better to erase. Okay, that will easy to map explain. Okay, yeah, I will erase this one also. Okay, okay, friends. Hope you are getting the point. It is not so difficult. If you watch it properly, it will be easy for you. Okay, bro. When after that, okay, uh, after this, when the data is stored here, C. After this, you can see when it added together. Now, when the value is stored here in this variable A001 and B01 means here, this is called first column, this is called first row, second column, this is called first row, first column, this is called first row, second column. And after that, there is addition of Aij plus Bij. Aij plus Bij is there. Means the value of this address and the value of this address is added together, and that is stored in this address. Okay. And here is written means the current value is I is 0 and j is 1 means this here again it will be means this row will be added with this again. Now this 3 and 4 will be added together. Okay, means here you can say here 3. Okay, here 3 plus, okay, you have to understood plus, then after 4 will be stored here. Similarly, program move to the next line. Okay, after that program reach here in this line, program reach in this line. Okay, program reach here, and after when program reach here, the loop is going to be repeat. Loop move here. Okay, loop reach here. I equal to, sorry, again j equal to 0 means again the value of j will be increased by 1. The value of j will be increased, the value of j will be increased by 1. The previous value of j is a 2, sorry, 1, isn't it? The previous value of j is a 1, and now it again increased by 1, and the new value of j become a, you can say the value j become a what? The new value of j become, when previous value of j increased by 1, it become a 2. Okay, and that I value, these values still remain unchanged. Okay, means that j is also j is still there is a 0. Okay, here you have to understood that one thing, that when outer loop, this is our outer loop, when outer loop here, when outer loop is repeated, okay, when outer loop is repeated one time. Okay, when outer loop is executed one time, not repeated, when outer loop is executed one time, in that case this inner loop is execute, this inner loop will be execute two times. Okay, you have to understood that when outer loop repeat one time, execute one time, not repeat, when outer loop I execute one time, inner loop execute two times. Okay, so let's see now again here the when the value of j, you can see when the value of j, the previous value of j is 1 there. Okay, here is 1, the previous value of 1, j is 1. That will be when it repeats here, it reaches here, the value of j will be increased by 1, it become a new value of j become a 2, and the previous value of I is a 0 there. Then after program again reach here and it tests the condition j is less than 2. Okay, j means 2, means 2 is less than, 2 is less than 2. No, this is 2 is not less than 2. This is false. If the condition is false, we have already discussed that until this condition is true, the block of statement written inside this curly braces will be executed. Okay. Otherwise, the loop move, the follow-up program move out of the loop, or you can say loop will be terminated. So program move to the next line here. Okay, the loop will be terminated and the program move to the next line here. And here, this is the closing of a outer loop. Means when program reach here in this line, the outer loop is going to be repeat again now. The outer loop is going to be repeat again and the program reach here. Okay, means the outer loop is going to be repeat here. Okay, means now this time the outer loop is going to be repeat and the value of I will be increased by 1. Okay, the previous value of I is 0 there. Okay, this is incorrect, this become a incorrect. The previous value of I is there. I will erase this one also. Okay, the previous value of the previous value of I is there already. We have seen the previous value of I is already there 0, and when loop reach here, when the loop reach here, the value of I increase by 1. And when the value of I increase by 1, it become the value of I become the value of I become 1, isn't it? The value of I become a 1. Then after it tests the condition here. Okay, as previous, it check the condition. Means I is less than 2. Means I is less than 2 means 1 is less than 2. 1 is less than 2. Yes, 1 is less than 2. True. This is true. We have already discussed that, as we know, until this condition is true. Until this condition is true, the block of statement written inside this curly braces, okay, written inside this curly braces will be executed. So again, the program reach here. Okay, the block of statement written inside this curly braces will be executed. Or you can say body of loop will be executed until this condition is true. So for j equal to 0, the initial value of j now again, the initial value of j equal to 0. Okay, and thereafter, j is less than 2. J is less than 2, it tests the condition. This is called inner loop. Okay, this is called, I am repeating the same thing. This is called inner loop, and that one is called outer loop. This one is called, yeah, this one is called outer loop. Okay, now inner loop is going to be executed. J equal to 0. J less than 2 means it will test the condition. Means j means 0, means 0 is less than 2. 0 is less than 2. Yes, 0 is less than 2. It is true. We know already that until this condition is true, the body of loop will be executed. So the block of statement is written inside this curly braces will be executed. So again, scanf executed, scanf statement will be executed. It is stored the value percent ij, means aij again. A, okay, a array. I means what? I means now the value of I is a 1, is I1, okay, and j, the value of j is a 0. Okay, the value of j is a 0. Is it written 0? No, yeah, 0. Then after here bij, sorry, this another variable is there, bij2, this is aij, and this is bij, means whatever the value entered by the user, that will be stored here. Suppose the user entered this time another number, and that number, suppose user entered 5, that will be stored here in this variable. Okay, or you can say in this address variable. Okay, A is the variable and this is the address or size, you can say array size. Then after b, another variable is there b. Okay, another variable is there b, and the size is there aij. I means what? I means 1, and j means 0. Okay, j means 0, means b ij, or b10. The next number, suppose next number entered by the user is 6, and that number will be stored here in this variable. Okay, and as you know that in a multi-dimensional array, the data entered by the user will be stored in a form of table or in a matrix form. So that's why I have declared here some matrix here, okay, to make you understood that. Means the number entered by the user, that whatever the number entered by the user here, that will be stored in this matrix. Is only in a computer, inside computer system, that whatever the data entered by the user, that will be stored in a form of matrix, but that we cannot see with our naked eyes. Okay, that is the internal mechanism of computer system, you can say internal processing. So the number, this 5 will be stored here in a matrix, in a first row, you can say second row, first column. Second row, first column means here 5 will be stored here, okay, in this location. And then after this 6 will be in a B matrix. First row, this is called the second row, first column. Second row, first column, that number will be stored here 6. Okay, that will be stored here. Then after, program move to the next line here. Program move to the next line here. Here is Cij equal to Aij plus Bij. Means this adding the value of this both array and is stored in this new array C. So that's why whatever the user entered here, that will be added together. Now 5 plus 6. Okay, 5 plus 6 will be added here. Is 5 plus 6, you can say here 5. Okay, 5 and the plus, okay, and 6, that will be stored here. Then after that, program move to the next line again. Program move to the next line means here, and when program reach here, it is going to be repeat again the inner loop, you can say the inner loop is going to be, the inner loop is going to be repeat again. Now it reaches to the upside here again. Here again, value of j will be increased by 1. J plus plus increment operator is that is increase the value of j by 1. So j, the previous value of j will be increased by 1. The previous value of j is here, the previous value of j is 0, that will be increased. Look at here one thing, that when inner loop, when outer loop execute one time, inner loop execute twice. So the value of j, the value of j will be increased by the value of j will be increased by 1. Means the previous value of j is a 0, that will be increased by 1, and the value of j become, okay, let's separate. The value of j become, have to understood that the value of j is increased by 1 and the previous value of j is 0 here, that become a 1. Okay, that become 1. So here it become a 1. And the previous value, that I, the previous value of I, the I value is not changed because outer loop is not executed any time more. That's why the the value of I is still remains same. Means j equal to, sorry, not j, that is I. Okay, that is I. Let's write here again. This is I. Okay, suppose to be erased. Yeah. Okay, the so the I value of, you can say value of I. Okay, value of I remains same. The value of I is a 1 there. Now here again, again it check the condition here. Okay, again it check the condition here. J is less than 2, means it checks the condition here. J is less than 2 means value of j is 1, means 1 is less than 2. 1 is less than, this is true. This is true. So that's why, as you know that until this condition is true, the block of statement written inside this curly braces will be executed. This is true. So that's why the block of statement written inside this curly braces will be executed. Means scanf will be executed, and thereafter this line also will be executed. Again, scanf will be stored with the help of scanf. The this variable will store the value entered by the user, address of A and address of Bij. So the new value of Aij. Okay, the new value of Aij. I means here I means 1 now, and j means also 1, means Aij. Suppose this time user entered another number 7. Okay, that will be stored in this address. Okay, then after b bij, let's suppose bi means 0, sorry, 1, and j means also 1. Okay, j means also 1. So suppose next number entered by the user is the 8, that will be stored here in this address. Okay, stored in this address aij. I means 1 and j is also 1. Here also I means 1 and j is 1, that will be stored here. Okay, and that data in a array, in a multi-dimensional array, data will be stored in a form of table, or you can say in a form of array. So that's why we will write here. This means second row, second column of a array A. So we will write here. This is the second row. Yeah, this is the second row. This is the second row, and this is second column. Means here we have to write 7. Okay, the number will be stored here. The number will be stored here. The number will be stored here. Yeah. And similarly, this is the B array, and in a B array, second row, second column. This is the second row. Yeah, this is the second row, and this is the second column. This the number will be stored here. Here 8. Okay, the number will be stored here 8. Yeah. And finally, program move to the next line. Then after program move to the next line here in this line. You can say in this line, program list in this line. Cij equal to Aij plus Bij. Means it is adding adding this value and this value together and stored in this new array C. Means Aij plus Bij is added together. Means 7 plus 8 will be added together. Okay, 7 plus 8. You can write here. Okay, you can write here 7, then after plus, okay, then after 8. Let's suppose this is the 8. Yeah, in this way the data will be stored in a matrix form in a computer system. And then after program reach to the next line here in this line, in this parent, in this curly braces. And when it reach here, the loop will be going to be repeat again, and the program follow reach here. Okay, again the value of j will be increased by 1. The previous value of j is the previous value of j is 1 here, and that will be increased by 1, and it become a, how much it became? It become 2. Okay, the previous value of the previous value of, you can say the previous value of j is a 1, that will be increased by 1, and it become a 2. When j become a 2, it take the just the condition here, it takes the condition here, and it takes the condition here that 2 is less than, okay, it takes the condition that 2 is, okay, 2 is less than 2. 2 is less than 2, no, this time this is false. And as we know that until if this condition is false, we have discussed that until this condition is true, then only the block of statement written inside this curly braces will be executed. So this time the condition is false, so that's why the program follow move out of the loop, or you can say the loop will be terminated. Means the program follow move out of this loop, means program move to the next line here, and in the next line there is a this curly braces is there. Here this is the outer loop closing curly braces, and when program reach here, the outer loop going to be repeated. Means program move to the next line here. Program move to the offside. Okay, program reach here. From here, program move to the offside. Okay, from here program move to the offside, and when program reach here, the value of I will be increased by 1. This time the value of I will be increased by 1. The previous value of I is a 1 here. Let's see. As we know that the previous value of I is a 1. This value will be increased by 1. And when the value of I will be increased by 1 here, and the value of I will be increased by 1 here, it become a 2. And it will test the condition here. Okay, we can write the condition here. Now I become a 2. So 2 is less than 2. We take the condition 2 is less than 2. No, this is false. Yeah. So when program is here, the value of I will be increased by 1, and the previous value of I is here. The previous value of I is 1, and that value will be increased by 1. When program is here, that value will be increased by 1, because if this I plus plus means if the value of I increased by 1, it become a 2. It tests the condition 2 is less than 2. No, this is false. 2 is not less than 2. So that's why block of statement written inside this curly braces, or you can say body of outer loop. Okay, body of outer loop, this, or from this side also you can understood the body of outer loop. Okay, this is going to be terminate. Okay, in this case the program move to the next line here in this line. Okay, program move to the outside of the loop, means loop is will be terminated, and the program will move to the next line here. Here is written print f aid matrix, means this is the one of the message that we will generate by using printf statement on the screen. Okay, thereafter program to move to the another line after printing that is statement. Program reaches to this line, and there is a for loop is again used for zero. Okay, initialization. There is one variable I, and that is stored value zero, and that is terminated by semicolon. I is less than two. This is the condition. I plus plus. Then after curly braces open, and the curly braces close it here. Okay, the braces is closed here. This is the closing of outer loop. This is the closing of outer loop. Here is also outer loop and inner loop is here. Okay, this is the outer loop. Okay, this is the opening of outer loop, and this is the closing of outer loop. When program reach here, I equal to 0, I less than 2. Okay, means thereafter it tests the condition here. Okay, let's I think we need to erase this. So that's why it will be easy to explain. So I will erase it. Okay, I will erase it once. Okay, friends, hope you are getting the point. If there is any doubt, you can ask me in a comment. Okay, and I will try to solve your problem. I will solve your problem. Okay, I think there is no any problem because we are going very slowly. Okay, we are going very slowly. We are writing. Yeah. So let's see. Means up to here. Okay, means up to here of side we have whatever we have discussed here. Okay, up to till we have discussed that there that codes are used to store the data in a form of matrix in this program. And now whatever is written here after this line, okay, these codes are used to display that data. Okay, display that data in a C. Here as you can see here, here is written printf percentage slash t and c ij, means value of c is displaying here. By using printf statement are used to display the value of this variable or this array c, array variable c. So let's see how you display the value of c variable. Okay, program reach here, and here is the value of I is 0. Okay, the initial value of I become a 0. Okay, and then after it checks the condition here. I is less than 2, it just the condition. The value of I is a 2, sorry, 0, means 0 is less than, it takes the condition 0 is less than 2. Okay, 0 is less than 2. Yes, 0 is less than 2. So block of statement written inside this curly braces. This is the opening of outer loop, and this is the closing of outer loop. Means the block of statement written inside these curly braces will be executed. This program reach here. Okay, program follow reach here. Then after j equal to 0, j less than. Again here, the value of j is 0. The value of j, the value of j, the value of this is, let's mark and say here. Yeah, j equal to 0. Okay, and it checks the condition that j is less than 2, means this one. J is less than 2. Yeah, j is less than 2, means j is less than 2. Yes, j is less than 2, means this is true. If this is true, block of statement written inside this curly braces will be executed. Means printf statement display the value of this c ij, means here is Cij. Cij means C0. Okay, C0, and similarly C00 you can say C00, and the value of C00 is this. Okay, this is 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2 equal to 3. The value of C00 equal to 3. That will be displayed. Okay, that will be displayed in another matrix that is called C matrix. You can say that is called C matrix. Here that will be displayed here 3. Yeah, is a 3 that will be displayed there. Thereafter, program reach to the next line. Program reach to the next line here, and the loop will be repeat. This loop will be repeat again here. Okay, the value of j increased by 1 because of j plus plus. The value of j will be increased by 1. J become a 1. And here again it tests the condition 1 is okay. 1 is less than 2. Test the condition 1 is less than 2. This is true. Again, printf display the value of c. You can say means it will again display the value of c equal to value of that I is already that 0. The value of j is increased by 1, it become a 1, means c 0. Okay, c 0, c ij means I, the value of I is 0 and the value of j become a 1, means c I0, I0. See I0 means you have to understood that G is first row, second column. First row, second column means this. First row, second column. Okay. Means 3 plus 4 equal to 7. That will be displayed here and that will be stored in another table form or in a matrix form that will be stored here. Okay, similarly in the same way program again repeat. Okay, program again repeat here, and this time the j value of j will be increased by again increased by 1 and it become a 2, and it tests the condition 2 is less than 2. No, now this time this is false. Then after program move to this line, or you can say move out of this loop and reach here. Okay, it reach here and print f slash n. This means what? Do you understood? This means what? This is used to generate the new line. Means this time the cursor is here. Before program reach here, before program reach this line, the cursor is here. Okay, while displaying the cursor is here to to break the line or to make the cursor here downside. Okay, because we are printing this data in the form of array, so that's why we have to break the cursor. We have to move that cursor from here to here. Okay, so that's why here is use slash n, that slash n move the cursor or break the line from here to here. Okay, it move the cursor here downside, it break the line. Then after the use of this statement is only that to break the line, means to move the cursor from here to here downside, means to generate new line. Then after program reach here in this line, and this is the closing of outer loop, means this repeat the outer loop, means program again repeat here, program reach here. Okay, program reach here for j 0 means because of this j sorry I plus plus, the value of I will be increased by 1, means I, the previous value of I is 0 here. Okay, the previous value of I is 0, it will be increased by 1. The value of I if increased by 1, it become a 1 less than 2. This is true. Yeah, this is true. If this is true, again block of statement written inside this curly braces will be executed. Means again this outer loop will be executed here. Okay, so j0 again j0 and j0, it will change the condition here. 0 is less than 2. 0 is less than 2. Yeah. Okay, I'll erase it once more. Okay, it will again just that 0, that j0 is less than 2. Yeah, only 0 is less than 2, so that's why this is true. If this is true, block of statement written inside here, it will be executed. Instead display the cij, and cij means we have to understood that cij means generally I means here 0, sorry, I means I is here, the value of I become a 1. Okay, means I is a 1. Okay, and j j means 0. Okay, j means 0, means that will be displayed here. First row, this is called second row, first column. The previous value we have already stored there. This is the first second row, first column, means 5 plus 8, that will be stored here. 5 plus 8 equal to 11, that will be stored here, 11. Okay, and that will be stored in a new row here, or you can say here it is summed here. Okay, it is calculated here. Okay, I have just made another one here. Only no need to add another, that will be added here inside. Okay, inside C it can be added here, but here while teaching you I have just made another, that array, or you can say matrix. Okay, no problem. Then after again, after printing this statement, program reach this line. Okay, and it's going to be repeat again, and the value of j will be increased by 1, and 1 is less than, it change the condition, 1 is less than 2. Yeah, this is true. If this is true, again print print f percent d slash t means tab. Okay, here is a gap. No, here is a gap between these two digits. That is because of this tab. Okay, because of this slash t, that is a tab, that is gap sequence. Okay, Cij. Now Cij means again it displays Cij. So this time C equal to, you can say C equal to I, the value of I is a 1. Okay, the value of I is the 1 because the value of is not I is not changed. The value of J is changed here. The value of J become a 1. Okay, so of 1 1 means for second row second column. Okay, the value of second column is there 7 8. Okay, means 7 plus 8 is 15. 7 and 8 become a 15, that will be stored here. 7 and 8 become a 15, that will be stored here, and thereafter similarly that will be stored here too, or you can see in the same place that will be stored. Okay, it will be stored in this matrix C. Thereafter program reach to the next line. After displaying this much, program will reach to here in this line, new line. Thereafter it will again going to be repeat, and this time the value of that j increased by 1 again, and it become a 2. Now 2 is less than 2. No, this is false. If this is false, the block of statement or for loop block of statement will be move out of the loop. Program reach to the next line here, print f, and this generate the new line, means that cursor move to outside, and thereafter program reach here. When program reach here, this is the closing of outer loop. Program move to the outer loop here, and again the value of I try to increase by 1, and it increase, and the previous value of I is a 1, that become a true, and it tests the condition here, and 2 is less than 2, it tests. No, 2 is not less than 10, it will be terminated, or you can say it is false. And if this condition is false, the block of outer loop will be terminated, or body of outer loop will be terminated. In that case, the program move out of the loop, and program reach here. Program reach here in this line. Here is return 0, return 0, return this batch 0 to this integer data type that is declared in a main function, or integer return type here, return here, and this thereafter program close. Now friends, let's see this program by writing the def C++. Okay, so I have already written this program. Okay, that I will show you by running that program in def C++. So let's see. Okay, okay, hope you all understood very well, dear friends, and if there is any doubt you can comment me. Okay, the video is going to be somehow lengthy, so keep patience. You have to if you want to be a good programmer, if you want to get a knowledge about the programming in the journey related to the array in a C. Okay, array is very important in a programming. It is somehow it feels difficult to the programmer. So that's why if you watch it properly, you will get the knowledge, complete knowledge of array. Okay, so let's run it. My program is here. This is the array folder, and inside here, array, open it. Yeah, it will be open in a def C++, and the same program is there. Okay, yeah, as you can see here. Now let's run it. Okay, compile and run. Then after, as you see, can see here downside there is error warning is 0, and error is 0. That is fine, means there is no any errors. Now it will ask us to enter any 8 number. It will ask here. Okay. Yeah, enter any 8 number. The program is asking enter any 8 number. We will enter here only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Always while entering the number, make a space between the numbers, between the digits. Okay, then press enter. It will display the output, that value of C in a whatever the number we have entered here. Okay, whatever the number we have entered here, that number is stored. That number is only stored. Okay, this one is stored here. You can see one is stored, one. Then after this 3, then this 5, then 7, and similarly means 4 number will be stored in a okay, in a array A, and 4 number will be stored in B, and then after they will be added together and stored in a C. That after pressing enter we will get the value of A. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I've entered here. Here you can see here 1 plus 3 is added to 1 plus 2 is added together. Okay, this is the first row, first column of A, and this is the first row, first column of B. This is the first row, first column of A. This is the first row. Sorry, this is the first row, first is the first row, first column of A. This is the first row, first column of B array, and similarly this is the second row, first column of A, and this is the 4 is stored in a similarly 4 is stored in a first row, sorry, second row, first column in a B, and similarly likewise other. Okay, as you can see this screen. Okay, dear friends, hope you will understand this